Great to have Jimmy back here out of Park Jefferson Speedway after missing out last year while he went through some health issues, but saw him at the banquet, and aside from, looking a little skinny, which he always does, glad to have Jimmy back here with us at Park Jefferson Speedway. 8 cars set to go. Green Flag Racing, Artworks Graphics, IMCA Modified Heat Race number 1 against Sean Berrigan. Shane DeMay will bring the field to the green. Sean Berrigan works inside, Shane DeMay outside, Jesse Sobbing back there in the 3rd spot, Jimmy Cole up to 4th, getting around the Faber machine, the 21 machine of Faber. Off of turn number 4, high, wide, and handsome, your leader, Shane DeMay. Shane DeMay leads Sean Berrigan in the runner-up spot, coming off a good run a couple weeks ago down in Nebraska. Berrigan getting pressure from the crazy 99 Jesse Sobbing. Sobbing working the bottom of the speedway in the car normally driven by Ricky the Racer Steffen. Jimmy Cole cruising around in the 4th spot. Jesse Skalicki 5th. But Sobbing to the inside of Berrigan for the runner-up spot, but can't make the pass. Berrigan holds on to 2nd for now. Sobbing deep into turn 3, trying to find the room, trying to get the bite. It's still Shane DeMay now at the line, 2nd, Jesse Sobbing. Jesse Sobbing takes over the runner-up spot ahead of Sean Berrigan, Jimmy Cole, and Jesse Skalicki in the 3S. Top side of the speedway getting awful treacherous through turns 3 and 4. As Shane DeMay making the trip up from Denison still holds on to that top spot. The line this time by Shane DeMay, still your leader. Followed by Sobbing, Berrigan, Cole, Skalicki, Sackett, Fleshman, and Ayrton's Eric Faber rounding out the field. Everybody's starting to get stretched out now around Park Jefferson Speedway. 3 to 4 car lengths between each car. Jimmy Cole trying to reel in Sean Berrigan for position, but does not have the room. Out front, it's still Shane DeMay, your leader. White flag in the air. 1 lap remains for the 15M of Shane DeMay. Eric Faber getting a little squirrely in 3 and 4. Keeps her straightened out. We'll stay clean and green here on the final lap. He's doing a little moonlighting in a stock car, but his modified is his home. Off turn 4, heat race number 1 goes to Shane DeMay. Jesse Sobbing 2nd. Sean Berrigan, Jimmy Cole, and the 3S of Jesse Skalicki rounding out your top 5. Eric Faber still a little squirrely in that 21 car. Eric making the move up to the modified division. Working on a new ride for this year. But your winner on the front stretch is the 15M of Shane DeMay. Nice to have Jesse Sobbing on hand as well in the 99 out of a brief retirement. Maybe just a one-time deal. We'll have to see how it plays out. Somewhere here in the crowd, got a 6-pack plus 1 set to go here in heat race number 2 for the Artworks Graphics Modifieds. Boulware and Nordquist, your front row. Pace picks up. Green flag's out. Here we go. Heat race number 2. Boulware on the bottom of the speedway trying to keep that bottom line. They're 3 wide back in the pack because why not? It's Boulware and Nordquist are top 2. Arnson, Merchant, Abelson, and Notaboom side by side battling for 5th. Boulware with a big push. That allows Austin Arnson to get about inside, go slouch up off turn 4. Austin Arnson going to lead lap number 1. Notaboom up to 4th. Austin Arnson in the 10 car takes the top spot, making the trip down from Fargo. Todd Boulware, Nordquist, Notaboom, Merchant in your top 5. Jay Notaboom working bottom side of the speedway, going to slide up in front of Nordquist. Move Notaboom to P3. Austin Arnston still leads. Jay Noto in the Billy Moyer Victory chassis. Working the bottom of the speedway, trying to get around Boulware for the runner-up spot. And does move Notoboom up to P2. It's Arnson, Notoboom, Boulware, your top three. Nordquist and Merchant, 5th and 6th. Chris Abelson trying to find an opening to move to the front. Abelson stuck back in 6th. Best battle on track is positions 4 through 6 as they're 3 wide. Cole Nordquist, or Keegan Nordquist, RJ Merchant, Chris Abelson all battling for positions 4, 5, and 6. Merchant slides up in front of Nordquist, take the 4th spot. But out front, it's Austin Aronson into 10. Austin Aronson, the 10-year leader, followed by Notoboom, Boulware, Merchant, and the battle for 5th now with Keegan Nordquist and Chris Abelson. Austin Arnston dominating heat race number 2. RJ Merchant gets high. That allows the 10 and the 1X to reel him back in for that 4th spot. Keegan Nordquist on the bottom, Abelson even lower. But meanwhile, your leader, Austin Arnston, takes the white flag. 1 to go. Notoboom, Bowler, your top 3. 4, 5, and 6 still be too determined. Austin Arnson slows on the backstretch. Your leader slows on the backstretch. Notoboom slows as well, thinking there's a caution, but we're still clean and green. Everybody is slowing down except for Todd Boulware. Checkered flag out. Jay Notoboom, your winner. Boulware 2nd. 3rd goes to the RJ Merchant. I believe Arnson may have gotten 4th. Not sure what happened to the 10 car there on the backstretch. He slowed off of turn number 2. Notoboom slowed up as well, thinking of a caution or something. Boulware stayed on the gas. Merchant stayed on the gas. Wild finish, but heat race number 2 goes to the driver out of Hinton in the Billy Moyer Victory Circle chassis. 7N, that's Jay Notoboom. Heat race number 3 got something to live up to now as they roll onto the speedway down the backstretch. Your starting lineup looks like this. Starting on the pole in the 17L, that's Nick Lakes. It is outside the 27 of Daniel Loggins. Harwood, North Dakota is home for the 17X of Mike Gressiff. Jim Tees, Thor Anderson, Jim Madison, Bob Moore, the 7 cars making up heat race number 3. Lakes and Loggins go side by side. Nick Lakes still with a big push. That allows Gressiff to take advantage of the 17X. Daniel Loggins fights back on the outside. Nick Lakes, first night out this season, having some handling issues on the 17L. He's going to fall back to 4th. Thor Anderson gets by. Jim Tees gets by. Jim Tees going Hulkamania red and yellow on the deal. Jim Tees up into the 3rd spot. Bob Moore up to 4th. Nick Lakes in that ill-handling machine still holding on to the top 5. But up front, it is Mike Gressiff out of Harwood, North Dakota, driving the 17X. Your leader ahead of Daniel Loggins and Jim Tees. Gressiff starting to open it up now over Loggins and Tees. Bob Moore working the bottom side of the speedway. Catfishing down low, trying to reel in the top 3 cars. Loggins pushes up the speedway. Tees has to check up. Bob Moore goes slider. Now Loggins and Tees going to go high and low around Moore. They're 3 wide for the 2nd spot off into turn 3. Moore checks up. Tees slides up. They're going to try to come around again. Tees and Moore got Loggins boxed in for the runner-up spot as Nick Lakes slows off turn number 4. Lakes gets back on the gas. Might pull off, might continue on. Have to see. Nick Lakes will take the 17L pit side. 17L to the pits. But the 17X aggressive out front now. Bob Moore and Jim Tees still battling hard for that runner-up spot. Moore working the bottom side of the speedway. Jim Tees up top. Daniel Loggins holding on to 4th. Thor Anderson 5th. But out front, he's making that trip from Harwood, North Dakota. Worth it as your leader is still the 17L. Excuse me, the 17X of Mike Gressiff. for second continues down the backstretch. Moore on the inside, Tees outside. White flag waves, final lap progressive. Tees and Moore still battling for second. Too close to call up the line that time. Moore again working the bottom side of the speedway, catfishing down low. Tees high, wide, handsome top side of the speedway. Getting a big run down the backstretch. Off of turn number 4, checkered flag in the air. Heat race winner 17X. That's Mike Gressiff. Second at the line will go to Jim Tees. Bob Moore third. Daniel Loggins fourth. Thor Anderson rounding out your top 5. Three great heat races of IMCA Modifieds. Again, a great field, 22 cars on hand. We'll have that feature event a little bit later on this evening. Two. You got 10 minutes or we're moving your car for you. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening and thank you for playing the Parking Lot Lottery. Lights are out around the speedway. Sean Berrigan and the 14 of Todd Bulwer are going to bring the field to the green flag. Lights are out. Pace picks up. Green flag. Let's do this. Jay Notaboom ain't wasting no time. He's going to make it 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. It's Bulwer, Berrigan, Tees, Notaboom, and Loggins, your top 5. Austin Arnson, who was very fast in his heat race, trying to knock on the door of the top 5 of the 10 machine as well. But Berrigan and Bulwer side by side for the top spot. Top 4 cars breaking away in a 4-way battle for 5th. DeMay, Loggins, Arnson, and Moore all battling for position back in the pack. Meanwhile, Sean Berrigan working the bottom, still trying to take the race lead. Chris Abelson doing work. Started 14th, already up inside the top 10, running in the 9th spot on the 1X. Meanwhile, front of the field, Berrigan on the bottom, Bulwer up top. Jim Tees wants to join this party for the race lead as Bulwer with a good run off too. Berrigan not getting the bite that time. Jay Notaboom going back to his familiar top side of the speedway. Used to seeing Jay up on the high side. Jim Tees up there as well as Tees now trying to get around Berrigan for second. Bob Moore pushes up in 1 and 2. He's going to lose a spot to Notaboom. Jemay gets by. Austin Arnson right there as well. As lots of guys trying different lines all the way around the speedway. Meanwhile, up front, look out. 2 cars going around in 3 and 4. Daniel Loggins goes around, as does the 17X of Mike Gressiff. Everyone able to avoid. And we'll have caution on the speedway. Caution for the 27 of Daniel Loggins and the 17X of Mike Gressiff. Is your leader, Jim Tees. Sean Berrigan, Jay Notaboom, Bob Moore, your top 5 as we go back green. Notaboom hard on the gas on the inside. He's going to try to get by Tees all in one fell swoop, and they'll take the race lead. Jay Notaboom on the bottom goes to the race lead. We got a spinner in turn 1. Car goes around in turn 1, comes to a stop. Bob Moore goes around in 3 and 4 as well. We're going to have caution on the speedway. Specializing in automotive wraps, give Josh and Justo a call, 898-8094, and get a hold of the folks at Artworks Graphics as we go back to green flag racing. Looks like some folks saw what Notaboom was doing last time, dove to the bottom to block everything up. Jim Tees and Todd Bulwer doing some rubbing off into turn 3 as they're going to go nose to tail. Notaboom up to third. Look out, Austin Arnson sideways in front of the field. Arnson goes around, everybody trying to avoid. Arnson Abelson trying to keep that car rolling. And is he still rolling and getting it turned in the right direction? Arnson gonna keep rolling very slowly and stop at the top of the track to bring out the caution. For the guys who can't figure out how to get in line, we'll go back to green with Boulware at the front of the pack. Boulware leads the field. Jim T second. Here comes Jay Notaboom to join the battle for that top spot. It's Tees, Notaboom, and Todd Boulware, your top three. Tees up to block Notaboom. Boulware trying to work the bottom. Notaboom going to cross over, but it'll be Jim Tees. Notaboom going to go hard to the bottom of turns 1 and 2. He'll slide up for the top of the speedway. We've got a new leader off turn 2. It's the 7 Anna Jay Notaboom. Jim T second, Shane DeMay up to third, Todd Boulware, Bob Moore your top 5, Chris Abelson sixth. Top side might be starting to show some forward progress as some cars beginning to move up to the top of the speedway. Top half a dozen cars running single file. Jesse Sobbing looks to the outside of the 3S machine. Jesse Skalicki for position. Abelson with a big run to the back of the Boulware machine. Abelson continues to try to make the top side work, moving into the top 5. Abelson and Sobbing both running the top. Pretty much everybody else, the front half of the field, running the bottom of the speedway. Notaboom way high in 3 and 4. This time by halfway home for Jay Notaboom. Shane DeMay riding the rim on the inside, trying to pull up to the back of Jim Tees for position. Eric Faber goes around but gets pointed in the right direction. Will stay clean and green. As Notaboom beginning to pull away for the battle for second with Tees and DeMay. Shane DeMay and Jim Tees continue to battle for the runner-up spot. Bob Moore holding down fourth. Chris Abelson now fifth, as Jay Notaboom has a nearly full straightaway advantage over the battle for second. Most of the front part of the field, single file, some side-by-side action back in the pack, as Notaboom beginning to encounter some lap traffic. The 21 of Eric Faber about to go a lap down to the leaders. Faber having all kinds of trouble in the 21. Notaboom having some trouble circumventing the 21 cars. He's kind of unpredictable on his line. But Notaboom completes the pass in 3 and 4. Shane DeMay and Jim Tees still battling for the runner-up spot, as Chris Abelson has begun to reel in Bob Moore for fourth. Best battle on the track for the runner-up spot. Shane DeMay on the inside, on the way on the bottom. Jim Tees up top. Those two can't seem to get any separation. Bob Moore fourth, Chris Abelson fifth. But at the front of the field through 3 and 4, he's putting on a show tonight. The 7N Jay Notaboom continues to lead with more lap traffic, not too far ahead of your leader. Daniel Loggins and Jim Matheson battling for position back in the pack. The leader, Jay Notaboom, reeling in those cars. Meanwhile, Shane DeMay has completed the pass for second. Jim Tees now having trouble with Eric Faber as a lap car, causing trouble for Tees and Bob Moore. Might allow Moore to get by for third, as Moore and Tees now battling for third. This time by the flag stand. 2 to go for Jay Notaboom, but he's in heavy lap traffic as Matheson and Logan still battle for position. Notaboom, your leader. He's got 2 cars running side by side in front of him. Matheson goes to the bottom. That allows Notaboom to get to the top, but now Logan's up top. As the white flag will wave, can Notaboom hold on for one more lap? Shane DeMay second, Bob Moore third, Jim Tees, Chris Abelson, your top five. Into turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air, your feature winner, the 7N, Jay Notaboom. Second will go to the 15M of Shane DeMay, Bob Moore in the 48 third, the 23 of Jim Tees, and Chris Abelson, the 1X, rounding out your top five. Jay Notaboom picking up the win in the Moyer Victory Circle Chassis 7N. And a little historical perspective on this race, if you will. With his feature win tonight, that moves Jay Notaboom to 70 career feature wins here at Park Jefferson Speedway. Second only to the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Famer Joe Koziski, who has 73. So with 3 more wins after tonight, Jay Notaboom could move into the all-time position as the all-time winningest racer at Park Jefferson Speedway history, making his 55th career modified win. And we're getting awful close to that time, Sean.
I like it.
Fixing to be $10,000 on the line here momentarily. But we got a little bit of business to handle here on the front stretch before we get to that. We'll get the check, the trophy, the flag man, everybody over there to the victory lane.
Line up along the bottom side to the top open lane, please. That's the wheel.
Coming off a feature win last night at I-80 Speedway, making it 2 for 2 this weekend here at Park Jefferson Speedway. He's got the helmet off. He can hear your feature winner, the 7N of Jay Notaboom.